Lauren Quigley here for Michaels and John Bead, and we're making this bookish beaded bookmark. Try to say that 3 times fast. For this tutorial, you'll need a size 12 beading needle and 2 different colors of your Miyuki Delica beads, size 11. John Bead Good Thread in the color white, and a beading loom. To start our bookmark, we'll need to prep our loom. Basically, that means taking the thread and getting it all prepared for us to bead on. Both sides of the loom have an adjustable knob so that you can make it looser or tighter. We'll start by tying our thread off with a double knot on one side of the loom, just like this. Then you'll want to tighten that up while we prepare the loom. In our pattern, we have 19 beads to a row, so we'll need 20 strands of our thread. So you take the thread and you go to the opposite side of the loom where that side should be nice and tight as well. And then in the little nodules there, you'll just string the string back and forth until you have 20 rows, just like this. Once you have your 20 rows of string, you'll tie that off nice and tight to the other side of the loom, just like this. The strings need to be nice and taut in order for us to bead correctly on this without it being loose. So go ahead and tighten up both ends of the loom until you can kind of feel it like a drum. Your fingers should be able to bounce off the top of all of the strings. Thread your size 12 beading needle with a nice long piece of the white Good Thread by John Bead. Now we'll start working on beading on the loom. There are a few different ways that you can make a pattern. One is with grid paper. This is kind of how I started off planning my idea, and then I decided to use an app. The pattern is very straightforward. We'll be starting off with a few rows of white and then jumping into our letters that are going to be purple. I've put my Delica beads in these 2 little trays so that it's easy for me to load my needle. So first we're going to start off by taking 19 all white beads, and once that needle is nice and loaded, we're going to go underneath of the loom. Okay, so underneath of all of those 20 strands, and you see how nice and tight those strands are. And we're going to use our pointer finger and push those beads up in between each little tiny hole there, in between all of those strings. So there are 20 strings, 19 little areas for our beads to perfectly go up into. With your finger pushing up on those beads, you pull the needle all the way through, and then on top of the threads, you will push the needle back through all of the beads on top of all of those strands so that they are staying on the loom, just like this, as you can see. Now we'll keep repeating this process, and I'm going to add that the first couple rows are a little loose, but once you get a few rows on there, it won't be loose anymore, and it will be a lot easier for you to bead on the loom. Make sure that your finger is always holding those beads in place through all of those strands on the loom. Now you take the needle when you pull it out, and then you'll go on top of those strands back through all of those beads and pull nice and tight. So you can see here, once you have a row or 2, you can make it a little bit tighter. And then you will repeat this process by going underneath of all of the strands, using your finger to push the beads up into place, pulling the needle through, and then going back through the beads on top of the strands. Now that we have our white rows done, we're going to start following the pattern where the purple letters start. So it'll be 4 white beads followed by 11 purple beads and then 4 more white beads. And you are going to repeat this same process over and over again, following the pattern, leaving the 2 rows of white in between each letter all the way down or up the loom, however you want to say. I say up the loom or down the loom, kind of interchangeably. When you find that you are getting close to the end of your working thread, go ahead and run the thread back through a few rows of the beads and then pull the needle off, and we will start this process over by taking a new piece of long string, threading it onto our needle, And then what I like to do when I'm starting a new string is go back through from right to left through that last row of beads so you can see what I'm doing here, and then leave a nice long tail, and you'll just continue on beading. Make sure that you're following your pattern, turn on some music, watch a show. I love to multitask when I do this. And ta-da! Look at that, with the power of magic, I just completed this entire bookmark. So we have all of our hanging threads, and what we're going to do is we're going to run those back through the rows of beads and then cut those ends off. So repeat that until it's done. And now I'll show you how to remove the bookmark from the loom. So loosen up the side that we started on and cut those off because that's where we tied it onto. And then the other side should just come right off. Now, we are going to finish up the bookmark with some fabric, a hot glue gun, and some of this suede cording to make it look more like a bookmark. So on each end, you're going to take those strings that are left over and you have to tie them off. Do a double or triple knot all the way across for all of those strands on both sides, and then you can cut them off. But do not skip this step or it will completely fall apart. There are many ways to finish off a project that you did on the loom, but I am going with crafty simplicity here. So I just used a few pieces of scrap fabric and my hot glue gun, and I folded those ends over so that it looked like a nice hem. And then I went on top of the beads and I covered those last few rows with the hot glue and the fabric so that it looks more like a bookmark. And when you glue the ends over first, it makes it look finished and it doesn't have the raw hem of the fabric on there. I cut a hole in the top fabric and then pulled a nice long piece of that suede cording so that it could look like a bookmark. You know, you have that piece that hangs out of the books that you can see it. You could even add some charms to this. I feel like that would look so adorable. Our bookmark is finished. The beads are nice and thin and they make such a good bookmark because they are not big and bulky. If you have any questions about this project, you can find me, Lauren Quigley Creations, on all platforms. Stay creative.